Hi, this is King of Review. In this problem, we're trying to find A times B minus B times A, where matrix A and B are given here. So let's set up this equation. Matrix A times matrix B minus matrix B times matrix A. So we have matrix A, which is 4, 1, 3, 2. And we're multiplying that by matrix B, which is 2, 6, 5, negative 2, minus matrix B, 2, 6, 5, negative 2, times matrix A, 4, 1, 3, 2. So we're going to start by finding the product of these two matrices and the product of these two matrices. Now the product of two matrices is defined as long as the number of columns in the first matrix is equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. Now both matrix A and matrix B are 2 by 2, so that's their dimensions, 2 rows by 2 columns. Therefore, we can go ahead and multiply these two together. When you multiply matrices together, you're going to multiply corresponding entries in the first row of the first matrix times the entries in the first column of the second matrix, and then add the two products together. So for this product, let's go ahead and set up the matrices for this product. So we are going to have 4 times 2 plus 1 times 5. So that was 4 times 2 plus 1 times 5. That's our first entry. We're going to follow in the same fashion with the next entry. So we have 3 times 2 plus 2 times 5. Moving on to the second column, we have 4 times 6 plus 1 times negative 2. And the very last entry is 3 times 6 plus 2 times negative 2. And now let's set up the product matrix for these second two matrices. Again, we need to remember we're going to multiply corresponding entries in the first row of the first matrix times the entries in the first column of the second matrix, and then add the two products together. So for this one, we're going to have 2 times 4 plus 6 times 3. So 2 times 4 plus 6 times 3. That's our first entry. The next entry is going to be 5 times 4 plus negative 2 times 3. And moving over to the second column, we have 2 times 1 plus 6 times 2. And the final entry is going to be 5 times 1 plus negative 2 times 2. So we've set up the math for each of these matrices, and now let's just simplify the entries. Let's look at this first entry here. 4 times 2 plus 1 times 5. That gives us 13. 3 times 2 plus 2 times 5. That gives us 16. Over on the second column, we get 22. And the last entry, when we simplify this, 3 times 6 plus 2 times negative 2, we get 14. And now we're going to subtract this second matrix here. We need to simplify these entries. So let's simplify this one first. 2 times 4 plus 6 times 3. That gives us 26. For the next entry, when we simplify, we get 14. In the second column, we get 14, and the last entry is 1. So now we've simplified these two matrices here, and now we're going to subtract them. This is a 2 by 2 matrix, and this one is a 2 by 2 matrix. Now, because they have the same dimensions, we can go ahead and subtract them. To subtract them, we're going to subtract the entries that are in the same position. So this upper left-hand entry and the upper left-hand entry in the second matrix. So we're going to get 13 minus 26. That gives us a negative 13. 16 minus 14. This gives us 2. 22 minus 14. This gives us 8. And 14 minus 1. This gives us 13. So this here is our final answer. Letter D is correct. Thanks for watching.